Hello everybody, welcome back to the SQL course. Today, we will talk about the different types of joins and their uses. Let's get right into it. First up is inner join. Inner join is to join two tables using only values in both tables. You can accomplish this by using the syntax select statement from inner join table name on table name.column name equals table name.column name. Here are two tables, the students and teachers tables. We will be using these two tables in our join. This one is a little confusing, but let's go through it. Here we are selecting student ID, student first name, and teacher's last name. This is important. Even though we are selecting something from the teachers table, it is okay to use from students in the code. We are then inner joining teachers on the condition that student ID is the exact same as teacher ID. There are two students and three teachers that have the same ID, as James Digg has the same ID as both Bill Jacob and Sam Doe with ID 1, while John Smith has the same ID as Julie Candace with ID 2. Therefore, there are three instances that we put here, both of the teachers with ID 1 and the teacher with ID 2. Since we are selecting the student ID and the student's first name, we put 1, then James, then Jacob, as that is the last name of the teacher, and both of these people have ID of 1. Next, we put 1, then James, then Doe, because these three people also have ID of 1, and it's a different combination than the first row. Finally, we pair John and Candace with student ID 2, as those were the ones with ID 2. Now let's talk about left join. Left join is to join two tables but have the values in both tables and the values in the left table only. This can be done with the syntax select statement from left join table on table.column equals table.column. Let's look at an example. We will be using the same two tables as the previous example. The syntax is the exact same as the previous one except with left join, so the table columns will be the same. However, since it is left join, whichever table there is after the from keyword in the code will have all of its rows displayed. In this case, that is the students table. So even though there are no teachers with ID 3 or 4, it will still display the students with those ID values and just leave the teachers column blank. In this case, that is Daisy and Liam. Now let's talk about right join. Right join is to join two tables but have values in both tables and the values in the right table. This is the exact opposite of left join. It can be done with the syntax select from right join table on table.column equals table.column. Let's look at an example. We will be using the same two tables as before. Here, it is again the exact same syntax, but as before with right join instead of left join. We will still have the three values that have both students and teachers as usual, but now we will display all of the teachers. Since the first two columns represent student values, they will be left blank, and the last teacher that hasn't been displayed yet will be displayed now on an otherwise empty row. Let's talk about full join. Full join is to join two tables and all the values regardless of whether they are in both or just one. This can be done with the syntax select statement from full join table on table.column equals table.column. We will be using the same tables. The syntax for the statement is the same as before, except with full join. This table is basically like combining all the three tables beforehand. First, there are the three values that can be applied to both student and the teacher, hence they are full rows. Next is the student only values that were not displayed in the first three rows and were displayed in the left join. Then it is the teacher only value that wasn't displayed on the top three rows and was displayed on the right join. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. All credit for the template goes to Slides Carnival.